for an advisory opinion whether that war unleashed by America was legal. Was it a war crime? You know what America did? America, when the ICJ says, we are withdrawing our consent to the universal jurisdiction of the ICJ. Meaning, when it suits them, they go to court. Because why? The justice is all fixed. They know that. Be it the ICJ or US Supreme Court. When the bench is ruled against that, we will exercise our sovereign right to withdraw from treaties. To hell with you. And when the ICJ on that day stood up and says the US has committed a war crime, has breached international treaty, and must pay compensation to the small little nation of Nicaragua, you know what they say, Uncle Sam? To hell with it. We don't pay any compensation. We will not recognize that judgment. Yet, time after time, these warmongers, these state leaders of the developed world says, we must uphold international law. We fight for freedom. We fight for peace. So, I'd like to say to you, members of the public, who have asked us, the legal team, and I believe have asked also members of the Commission, why you bother? Who gave you the power? Who gave you the jurisdiction? Can you enforce your judgment? You are wasting your time. You are lawyer buruk. 6:30 lawyers. Maybe you are here for an ego trip and what have you. Let me assure you, it's because so many of the members of the legal profession has failed to discharge their responsibility. That is, I think, very pleasing, and I hope inspiring, that in our small country of Malaysia, supported by a few foreign friends, have agreed to take the first step, and I say a courageous step, to show to the world that we will not be the mainstream in the complicit actions and the conspiracy to support the big powers. Though small, we will stand up and light the first candle for peace. Because what has happened, more so after the war in Afghanistan and the war in Iraq, is that the entire international judicial system has collapsed. And I would like to cite, if I may, Mr. Chairman, a report written way back in 1929, a report upon the illegal practices of the United States Department of Justice. Okay? Why this report is cited today, this morning, is because, as some of you may know, when Bush launched the war of terror, he said torture is okay. And he got all the big lawyers. The most brilliant lawyers are in the Department of Justice in USA, headed by the Attorney General. And they wrote memos saying, Bush, you can do this. Bush, you can do that. You can torture, you can detain, you can deprive any human being the most basic elements of dignity and respect. Why? We lawyers say so. So when the Attorney General, in the person of Ashcroft or Albert Gonzalez, assisted by me, who is now a judge of the Superior Court in America, as a reward, or John Yu, people wonder, it must be right. This lawyer said so. They can't be mad. They have legal brains to analyze. So if they justify torture, it must be right. And just before we came today, I had a discussion with my learned counsels here. And I posed a simple question, which is always posed in any debate against those people who advocate torture. And the usual argument for torture is this. What if today I receive a call down and says the bomb will go off in 3 minutes. There's a bomb in this building, it will go off 3 minutes. I'm saying this, I'm a terrorist. You'll be wondering, where is the bomb? And I says, I don't care, I won't tell you. Will you torture me? So that you can save all of us here? So that we vacate the building in time? Most people react and says, of course we must torture Mahatma Chang. He's the bomber, he's a terrorist, because the ticking time bomb test for torture must be applied. The end justifies the means, or does it? If we subscribe to that doctrine, that end justifies the means, and use the ticking time bomb analogy, may I then counter with these two other precepts, which are well known to lawyers. It's better to let the guilty go free than to convict an innocent. Justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. And I can show you, in the course of the testimony of witnesses, the time bomb analogy for justification of torture is fallacious. It's grounded on everything against humanity. Because if you can justify torture in one circumstance, if you can justify war in one circumstance, you can justify war and torture in any circumstances. So we have to be very careful not to be emotional or irrational when facing an issue as emotional, as emotive as torture and war. I will come back now to the famous passage.
Matthias, can you wind up?
Yes.
I think yes. We need to start with the.
We will. I think, Mr. Chairman. I think.
How much longer will you take?
Yeah, a few more minutes.
All right.
But I think the public would like me to elaborate, because prior to this occasion, we did ask the Commission whether they would like to explain their role. They said it's not for them to explain the role, maybe for us to explain the role. And I would like to have that opportunity. Otherwise, I am here for. With due respect, sir, may I read the passage? Why we need the Commission and why we need a tribunal. And this is a passage written by a former Chief Justice, Fritz Frankfurter of the United States of America. And he's talking about the illegal acts of the Department of Justice. He says, and I quote, "Since these illegal acts have been committed by the highest legal powers in the United States, there is no final appeal from them, except in the conscience and condemnation of the American people. American institutions have not, in fact, been protected by the Attorney General's ruthless suppression. On the contrary, those institutions have been seriously undermined, and revolutionary unrest has been vastly intensified. No organizations of radicals acting through propaganda over the last 6 months could have created as much a revolutionary sentiment in America as has been created by the acts of the Department of Justice itself." So the key words there is, if we replace the American people with the peace-loving people of the world, with people here in this hall, the people of Malaysia, where the highest legal powers have committed illegal acts, there is no longer any appeal, because then the court will be complicit with the illegal acts. The only resolution, the only refuge, is the conscience of the people. Therefore, the commission that was set up pursuant to the Kuala Lumpur Initiative to Criminalise War and the Kuala Lumpur War Crimes Tribunal is the implementation pursuant to this passage in the report called the Report upon the Illegal Practices of the United States Department of Justice.